Hello everyone. Let's look at today's Leetcode problem 1007 minimum dominoes rotation for a equal row. Before that, let's look at the motivation for today. This quote is from Eleanor Roosevelt. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. True, right? So each and everyone will have their own dreams, and it is important for us to work towards our dreams. Maybe we need to be uh, constructive in our work, and our dreams is very unique to our own goals, right? Okay, so let's look at the problem statement. So there are two arrays, tops array and bottoms array. uh, it is like half of the ith domino. So tops is this one and the bottoms is this. So it is also given a domino is a tile which has two numbers, and it can range from 1 to 6. We may rotate the ith domino so that tops of I and bottoms of I swap values. So we are required to return number of rotations so that values of tops are the same, or the all values of tops are the same, or the bottoms are the same. So if we cannot uh, achieve this, where all the tops or bottoms values are the same after some number of rotations, we need to return -1. Let's take a look at this example. So here there is an tops array, and these are the values, and bottoms array, these are the values. So if we see, there are two rotations that are needed to make the top values take up the number 2, and we are required to return 2. If we are not able to achieve either the tops or the bottoms array to be equal rows, then after any number of rotations, then we are required to return -1 as per the problem statement. Let's see what is our thought process. How can we solve this problem? So if we can think through this problem, so the problem says there are dominoes have numbers ranging from 1 to 6, and we are required to make equal rows, either top row or bottom row, to have equal values after some number of rotation. So there are two ways that uh, comes as an intuition to solve this problem. So first way is, let's say we mark this as approach 1. In approach 1, we can loop over, we can have a for loop. Values from 1 to 6, and we can check if top and bottom value is not equal to uh, this value. Top and bottom is not equal to value. Then we can say that this is no good, and we can iterate through the all of these 1 to 6, and we can say this is not a value. And we can say, we can mark this as false validity. And if either one of these values, top or bottom, is having to come up with value 1, uh, 1 to 6, then we can further check if top value is not equal to value, then we can make a top swap uh, to +1. And similarly, Similarly for bottom value as well. And if we end up with a validity of true, then we can return the number of minimum swaps, minimum out of top or bottom. And if you see this approach, we need to iterate. We need to iterate 6 times the length of either top or bottom array. Similarly, we can also think about an approach too, where we need to check if all of the rows can get equal with the reference of first top or the first bottom uh, value. So in approach 2, we can take a reference of we can have this and bottom 0th index, and then we can loop over all of the items or values in top array and check if uh, either this target value is not equal to either the top of I as we iterate through the array, and similarly is not equal to bottom of I. Then we say this is not a valid. Then we can simply say this is not valid. This cannot take up equal row. Else we check if top needs to be swapped or the bottom value needs to be swapped. And we check for both the top or bottom from the first index. Similarly for the bottom swap. And we return minimum. Let's see how we can code this up, and let's finish this. Okay, firstly, let us have a target array. Say this would contain tops of 0 and the value bottoms of 0. And now we loop over these two values. We take the reference of the tops value and the bottoms value. Let's say we take the value as target value. Of target array. And we keep a track on the count swaps of top and bottom. Okay. And we iterate over either the tops or the bottoms array. And we will check if this target value is not equal to either the tops of the index of I, and similarly if it doesn't match either the tops or bottoms, that is what we are going to check here. And if it is not, then we are simply going to break out of this uh, index of this tops or the bottoms array check. Else we are going to increment the tops swap if it is not equal to target value. And we also need to have some sort of a pointer if this runs all the way through and we have a target match with both tops and bottoms throughout the row, then we would say add a check with uh, length. Is this the final length? And then we return the of either top or bottom. All right. If there is no return value, then we say that there cannot be an even row, and then we finish. The time complexity here would be O of n. Even though we are running two for loops, we know that this would always be having two values only. So even though this can be 2n, we can simply say this equates to O of n. As the constant can be ignored, and we can say space complexity is O of 1, as there is no uh, additional space that is required. Okay, uh, this gets submitted. Thank you for your time. Please like and subscribe if you want to see more of my videos. Thank you.